Hey guys, it's Tom from farfar.org. Thought I'd do a quick battle report for the third game in myself and Phil's campaign. So again, it's guild against rezzers. You can see the guild down at the bottom left, the rezzers up on the top right. In terms of strategies, the guild had escape and survive, and the rezzers had contain power. For schemes, then it was eye for an eye and breakthrough for the guild, and extermination on the beasts and kill prodigy for the rezzers. So I'll just run through this fairly quickly. So turn one, everyone basically pushed forward. You can see my guys moving to across the fjord and the river, and trying to get into position to basically take shots for any of the rezzers who approached underneath the walkway there. I probably pushed Lady J a little bit too aggressively. I mean, not this turn, but you'll see it later in the game. She ended up in a vulnerable position. So Phil pushed up. He was bolstering undead. One of his plans here was to try and get as many flesh constructs into play as possible, but the casting just wasn't working out for him at this stage. And yeah, as you can see, progressing slowly. I'm keeping my dogs back at this stage, just try and keep them safe. You can see Phil has pushed one of his canine remains up to the top left, just basically to try and ensure that there's something else for me to think about. Turn 3 then, you can see I'm progressing up a little bit. Starting to plink off some shots, so that the punk zombie took a couple of shots there, as did Mortimer. My crew is still in fairly decent shape, pushing slowly across the ford. Turn 4, well, things start to change a little bit here. You can see Phil starting to close in on the walkway. He's starting to give me something to think about. Some of the models appearing up there. The punk zombie coming in, took a swing at Lady J, missed. The cannon remains coming up behind it, not much of a threat there. Mortimer got shot to pieces, and one of the canine remains kind of swooped down to start kind of at least causing some hassles for some of my models. Well, as you can see, that canine remain beside the rocks there didn't cause much trouble, but an awful lot more trouble was caused up on the walkway. Lady J has 12 wounds, 11 of those have been taken. So a flesh construct basically got plopped into place by Nicodem and just went to town on her just at the wrong time. She activated early when she should have. I should have been a little bit more cautious with her. So it was starting to look to be in a little bit of trouble there. She avatared out in turn 6 here. As you can see, there's another flesh construct. I nearly took out one of the flesh constructs, but I had to put an awful lot of effort into just staying alive, so there's an awful lot of cheating down and soul stoning to ensure Lady J didn't get killed this turn. So we're in turn 6, and I'm desperately hoping we won't go to turn 7, but you can probably see on the right hand side of the board there's another screen grab. So unfortunately that's the way it went. The other mistake I made here is I pushed the dogs right up there. I was trying to gain the breakthrough scheme, and it was just ridiculous because instead of gaining breakthrough, what I did is I was handing extermination to Phil on the beasts. So definitely a mistake. So a mistake in that movement, a mistake with Lady J. And as you can see, Lady J paid the price, as did the Death Marshal up there. So at this point in the game, I was trying to ensure I got the eye for an eye, because I was pretty happy I'd at least get some of the escape and survive. So that's the way it panned out. So Phil did pretty well. He achieved his scheme. He in the sense that he managed to exterminate the beasts. For a strategy, he contained power. Not only that, but he managed to kill off Lady J with Nicodem at the end, casting a spell at her. So did a good job there. So the game ended out the rezzers with 4 VPs or 6 VPs, and the guild with 4. But we had some pretty hilarious injuries. The punk zombie, which was already badly injured, it had gained easy to wound and was, I think, -2 on its wounds as well. I can't really recall, but it was in pretty bad shape. But it was killed permanently out of that game. Mortimer, who was killed, well, I managed to flip the red Joker, so we now have Avatar Mortimer. So that means if he killed a model in the next game, he gains +4 wounds, +2 CA, and double positive twist on all duels for the rest of the game. So that would make him pretty wicked. So I need to ensure Mortimer doesn't kill anybody. And we're going into game 4, which will be our last game. So I have a small amount of script, and I actually flipped quite well. I mean, I owned 2 of the the artifacts there on the board. So I've a chance to buy something decent before the game. And Phil has 9 script in total, so I suspect he's going to be able to bring back some of the models that he's missing. Thanks very much for watching.